How is it training for a submission grappling event versus an MMA event? Other than the obvious, hey, I'm not really necessarily striking.
There's pros and cons. Like I used to think that doing grappling would be so awesome. You're not getting hit, you're not getting this, you're not getting that. But like the wear and tear is definitely like more specific. Like I noticed like one thing that I kind of miss is like wrist support. Like my wrists have been so sore from grappling so much because I'm constantly hand fighting. I'm constantly doing all this kind of stuff, like doing a lot of guillotines and things like that. And when we're fighting, we have hand wraps on, and then we have gloves on, and then we have tape on. It kind of gives you a little bit of extra support on your wrist. And I kind of got used to it, and then we've been doing so much grappling without the gloves on that like my wrists are getting so sore. I'm like, how did I used to do this all the time? So it's a little tough getting back into it a little bit, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's kind of nice to be able to just grapple and get in condition for one thing instead of two. Like it's really really tough to get in condition for like explosive movements, whether it's like takedowns or punching or whatever, and then also like squeezing and jiu-jitsu motions and wrestling and things like that. So it's kind of nice just to kind of focus on the grappling and wrestling stuff instead of like the boxing and all that kind of stuff too.
Takanori Gomi, were you a fan of the Pride Days, and is it kind of cool are you a fan of Gomi's? Is it cool to hear that name and see you compete against him?
I think the only person that would be cooler to fight would be Sakuraba. I really don't think, I'm a huge Gomi fan from back in the day. I was thinking about it. I think I still have, I used to I'm a computer guy. I got backups from old computers and stuff like that. I'm sure that I still have old Gomi highlight videos from my computer, that are, probably 10, 15 years old now. Somewhere in external hard drives or DVDs or something. So yeah, I'm a huge Gomi fan. I think it's super cool, being there like that. I posted something yesterday on Twitter you have to, work until your idols become your rivals. And I think I think I came in the UFC. I fought Jens Pulver, knocked him out. He's the guy that I looked up to, and now I'm going to get to fight Gomi. It's so many years later, but same kind of story. So I think it's really cool.
We had you on the show one time, and we were talking about sponsorship, and you explained the difference between you and Joe Proctor. You both were unranked, and yet you'd be pocketing the same amount of money. And you went on to say that that sucks, and we agree. The UFC's changed things now, and it's going to be based on tenure. Now, I think this is going to be your 18th or 19th fight, so you're already in the highest level there. I don't know if you caught the article, 1 through 5, 6 through 10, all that. I imagine now there's a smile on your face, and there's other people going to be saying, oh, this sucks. But give us your thoughts on that, and give us your thoughts on what happens when you cross 20 like a Gleason Tibau, and do you think there should be any more compensation, or just tell me what you think of all that.
Yeah, I'm obviously very, very happy about the change. I went from being, basically bottom tier to close to the top tier. I think I'm in the second tier because I think it's there's 21 fights plus.
Oh, was there?
I think so. So I think I'm in the 16 to 20. I think this is going to be my 19th fight. I definitely think it's a better way of doing it. Of course, I'm going to be a little bit biased because I've had so many fights, but I look at it, I've had a lot of fights. I've kind of paid dues. I think that kind of makes more sense. I think I'm one of those guys that kind of got the UFC some good recognition and some good attention.